Jason and Leroy's daughter, Charles, Miles, his family, Jacqueline, Monica, Chris, Michael, and Mackenzie house. This is Leroy's wife, Nancy. This is Aaron Birchfield. This is Birchfield walking through that. Vicky and her husband, Vicky Brown.
Pretty good, Ellie.
Looking over at the big eaters now.
Did you want all of it? You ate the whole thing with you. So you eyed that.
Hey, I will. I try anyway. I want to try for everything.
This belongs to Jason, Junior brother. It's Ron's wife. It's Wilbur Snow, and these are to his grandson, Clint and Jason.
Make out like you easy.
Joey is getting
You go back up here. Smile. You're on camera.
I'm going.
Why did you do that before we ate?
Bring that real close in where I can get all the.
So he'll know how much we did. Yeah, look at that plate.
I should have done this before you eat and then after you eat.
Yeah. Get that one right behind you. She won't have her picture made.
Sydney. See, I haven't forgotten. You haven't.
Hey, Sally.
What is it?
Do you know most of these people here now?
Do you know most of them? I don't.
I'm sorry to say, I wished I did. But,
I just think they're all kinfolk.
yeah,
You know what we should have done?
some sort of cousin.
We should have let everybody stood up and told who their family and who all the children.
All right,
So we know who they belong.
we'll do that as soon as they finish eating. We'll just get each family together and do that. Somebody may have some still cameras that they'd like to make a snapshot of.
Yeah, I got one.
Okay. Would y'all like to do that? We'll see if we'll do that. See if we can do it.
Much together.
Let's see if I can.
That'd be nice.
I'll try to get the king of the clan, each clan, you know.
I can't place everybody. Can you? You know who everybody belongs to?
Pretty much so. But I don't know their names though.
Well, don't matter if you got who.
Would y'all like to do something different this time? We'll just get each cousin and let stand up with their family and introduce the members of the family. Somebody would like to take a picture of that. And that way we would have a recording of who all was here and who belonged to who. You reckon we could do something like that? I don't know what else. Can you get your family together? After we finish eating, let's do that. I'll see if I can get mine. If I can't get mine, What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get each family, stand them up, and let them introduce each other. We'll start off with each cousin.
What was the reason? Did he say why?
I don't know.
Guy.
He'll be here after that.
Well, we just talking about he never eats.
They'll be here.
As his brother.
Actually, the thing is, if you'd like to just line up each cousin in their clan, and you let someone introduce. That way we'll record it and have a recording then of each member. That way we can sort of identify each other. We'll make the tapes available to each cousin that wants one.
Where'd
He's gone inside. He's going
Jacob.
We'll
inside.
do this after we finish eating.
He's going to find
You better get that thing away from me. You can say every day.
I remember what you Hey, what are you on track with? We've got the majority, so you don't have any choice.
Well, why are you telling? Are you asking or are you telling?
We're going to get each cousin out here and their clan to take a picture of them and introduce people in the clan. So you get your this is give you name, rank, ceremony, blood type, preference, blood type, dessert.
Social security number, and that'll be enough. Well, you gonna make us go like that?
We all going to get our golf sticks and go out and play golf there. I want to line up each cousin and their clan and introduce the members of that clan so that we can work at it. Have a history of who was here, plus the fact who each other. I'm sure we don't recognize them. We'll have a name for all those.
Some of them we don't.
Also, somebody may have a camera that they like to take a snapshot.
Yeah, holler when you get ready, we'll find a round them up.
All right, we may not do this alphabetically now.
It's on the table.
Think about it. It takes forever to ride, but if it's so long, half the time you get your way home, you can't even see it. Then you gotta go search for it. When you think about it, is that just really true?
I just talked about doing all of it. Cousins.
That is what you gotta do.
That's full of money.
This is do this alphabetically.
It's someday all.
We're just lining up out there and clear space.
No, it's not.
It's got some less This you to introduce yourself to our how you are connected with the family. Cousins and their family. Line them up and take a picture. Somewhere out here. And one of the group introduce the others. Tell them who your daddy was and your granddaddy.
What, Lee?
Like Lee, Frank, Frank was, and his granddaddy then was Birchfield. No, I haven't seen him. I just wondered.
Okay.
You're the boss.
Oh, yes, definitely.
Oh, that's not that guy.
No, I've got a deal that you
I
just
know
can't
I'm in
hurry.
trouble. I know we're in trouble
You
now.
just can't turn back.
No, just try me.
I was talking to a lot of people out there, and the majority, let's see, I better recording. Okay, I'm ready now. I might ought to come in a little bit closer so that we can hear. You'd like to have you introduce your family and tell how you're connected with the Birchfields.
Let's see how about the turn. Are you ready?
Yeah, well, I'm ready.
All right, I'm Billy Hugh. I'm David Rose's son. This is my daughter Velma, my wife Roberta.
All right. And where do you live, Billy Hugh?
I live in Lincoln.
Lincoln. And you're retired now?
Retired state trooper.
State trooper. Your wife still work?
Now she's retired.
She's retired, so all you do is count your money now and enjoy life. Right?
Fish live.
All right. Good.
Not like John Ray.
It's good to see you, and sorry that, if you will, Sarah, introduce your family.
Well, this is my husband, Wilbert Snow, and my son, Lon Snow, and his wife, Dale, and 2 grandsons, Jake and Clint.
All right, and who was your daddy?
Henry.
All right, and his daddy was named Will Birchfield. Will Birchfield was your granddaddy, and your grandmother's name was Elizabeth. Right. And your daddy was the second son of the Birchfield family of boys, which is 7 boys. So am I telling you something that you don't know? Yeah, my dad was the oldest. My dad was Brewster Birchfield. And your dad was the second one, and Jeannie was the third. So there were 7 boys in that family. And there was 5 girls, 4 girls lived, but one girl died when she was just a little girl, like a year and a half or something like that. It's good to see you folks. I'm glad y'all could come today. Thank you a lot here. You're going to have to talk sort of loud now because we got a lot of noise behind you. And tell us your name and introduce the members of your family and tell how you're connected with the family, who your daddy was, and who your granddaddy was.
Okay. You ready?
Go ahead, right?
Okay, I'm Paul Birchfield. I'm Paul Birchfield, Jeannie Birchfield's son, Will Birchfield, my granddaddy. This is my wife. This is Jeanette. This is Lynn. And this is Shane. Dusty, 2 grandsons.
Kids. Kids.
And this is Cindy. And standing behind her is her husband, Pete Gorton, and their son, Chris, daughter April, this our other daughter Sarah, her son Jeremy, his son Sean.
Oh, that's a nice family. I'm glad you come because I believe you get the prize for having the largest clan here. Are you still the boss in your family?
Yes, sir.
Barbara and
Jack, wait a minute. I just now got on the air, so I missed part of the early part of it. So you're Willie Kate Birchfield,
Yeah.
and you're a daughter of Will and Elizabeth Birchfield.
No. Yeah. Why? Are you the daughter of Will and Elizabeth Birchfield? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you're well, and you're a baby sister of my daddy, Brewster Birchfield, and this is your family.
Yeah.
All right, and if you would introduce them now, starting with Shelby.
Shelby, Joe, Barbara, and Jay.
All right, what's Shelby's last name?
Dogs,
Shelby Dawes. All right, and what's
Betsy. Their last name's Betsy.
I didn't know that. I'm glad you told me. That's a good name.
That's the saddest looking bunch of family I've
Isn't it?
Oh, I'm
They're
glad.
full.
Yeah, I'm glad y'all came because that's making a good picture. Thank you a lot here. Bill, Virginia, if you would start off and introduce yourself and introduce your daughter.
I'm Virginia Birchfield, and this is my daughter Ellie and her husband Bill.
All right, and how are you connected with this clan, Virginia?
Well, I
You
guess
married-
I married Harvey Birchfield, who is your uncle.
And he was the son of Will Birchfield, Will and Elizabeth Birchfield. Right. And he was the fifth son in the line or sixth son in the line?
About the sixth. He was next to the youngest.
He's next to the youngest. Seven boys. So he was number 6 in the boy line up. There was 4 girls that lived. There was 5 in all. And the one that died's name was Leslie Bell. You remember how old she was when she died? Like
No, I didn't see. I didn't remember her.
a year and a half,
12, 13 months old.
13 months old, something like that. All right, thank you a lot here.
Okay, we got my britches fixed right.
Well, let me back up just a little bit, and this makes you going to have to talk just a little bit louder because we've got a lot of background noise behind me. If you would, Addie, introduce yourself and these people that you have standing with you.
I'm Addie Mae Lott. This is my husband, L.D. Lott. My oldest son, Aaron, and Jerry, his wife, and Donald Shore, my grandson.
And he's a son of Sidna.
Sidna.
Right. And you have one other son, Anthony,
Yes,
and you have other grandchildren?
Robert, and Chris Cruz. Debbie and Tony Cruz.
How are you connected with the Birchfield family? Who was your daddy?
Brewster Birchfield.
All right.
Father.
And your grandfather was
William
William,
Birchfield.
and
Liz.
his wife was Elizabeth, right? And he was the oldest child in that family, right? He was the head of the clan.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you a lot.
Boy, a lot of interviews.
A lot of hard questions.
You're going to have to talk a little bit loud because we've got some background noise in the back. So if you'll introduce yourself and the lady that you have with you, and tell how you're connected with this clan of Birchfields.
That's going to be my official spokesman.
Okay.
Okay, we're ready. What am I supposed to say?
You're supposed to tell me who you with today
Okay.
and how you're connected with the Birchfield clan.
Okay. All right, ready?
You're on air.
Okay, my name is Dot Morgan Birchfield, and I am John's Birchfield's wife, and that's how I'm connected.
Who was John's father?
John's father was Brewster Birchfield,
And his mother?
was Dora Birchfield.
All right. And he was
Next to the baby.
and he was next to the baby.
Right.
And he was born on August the 13th,
14th. August the 14th, 1930.
1930.
Right.
Thank you.
And we got married August 14th, 1950.
All right. Do you have a family?
We have one son.
All right. He's
Don't know what his name is.
His name is Hal Birchfield, and he is married to Faye Harlan Birchfield.
all right.
That's about it.
That's about it.
All right. Thank you a lot. You're on air now, and if you would, Leroy, introduce yourself and the people that you have with you, and tell how you are connected with the Birchfield family, who your daddy was, who your granddaddy was. If you will. You're on air.
I'm Leroy Birchfield, my wife Nancy, my son Shannon, my little girl Leanne. My daddy was Frank Birchfield. My granddaddy was, I call him Paul Brewster.
And your great-granddaddy was Will Birchfield.
Will, my great granddaddy was Will Birchfield.
All right. And where do you live, Leroy?
Atlanta, Georgia.
All right. You live in Atlanta, or you live outside of Atlanta?
Outside of Atlanta.
All right.
Locust Grove, Georgia.
Locust Grove, Georgia. Right. This is on the south side, some 30 miles.
Yeah, 30 miles south.
South of. Thank you a lot. If you will, give me your name and how you're connected with the Birchfield family. Give me your dad's name and your mother's name, and if you have a family or not, and what's their names, and the age of your children.
This sounds too confusing.
You just answer them one at a time, and
Okay.
all right.
Just tell my name.
Tell your name. You're on air.
Okay. Susan Lackey, daughter of Frank and Lily Mae. Have a son, Ryan Gregory, husband, Harlan.
And who is your grandfather? Who was your grandfather and grandmother?
My mom don't answer these questions. I just went blank as it.
Is that Brewster and Dora Birchfield?
Yes, Brewster and Dora Birchfield.
All right. Thank you a lot here. Now, if you will, Gail, introduce yourself and these other members of the family and tell how you connected with the Birchfield clan.
I'll tell me and Roland, and she can tell this side.
All right.
Okay,
You were Gail Brown.
I'm Gail Brown, Minnie Lou Brown's daughter, and this is my husband, Roy.
All right.
I'm Vicki Fowler. This is my husband, Gerald, and my daughter, Karen.
All right. And Minnie Brown,
My daughter, my mother.
Minnie Birchfield Brown was your mother.
Whatever.
And your granddaddy was Brewster Birchfield.
Right.
All right.
Yeah.
And grandmother was Dora Birchfield. You remember them very well?
Well, yes, yeah.
15 years ago they died, I guess it was, right. All right. Is there anything that you'd like to say? Any words of wisdom that you'd like to leave with us? We're sure glad that you came, and I get to see you again. And this tape will be available if y'all would like to have it sometime.
We enjoyed it.
Thank you a lot here. Okay, you're on the air, and you probably need to speak up a little bit. I saw that, Betty, because we got a lot of background noise. I'd like for you to introduce yourself and introduce these people that you have with you today, and tell how you are connected with the Birchfield family, who your father was, and your mother, and who your granddad.
Okay.
Ready to go.
I was Ethel Birchfield, This was my husband, Coolidge Sims. This is my sister, Betty Birchfield, and her husband, Tom. And we are Jeannie's daughters. We live in Billbrook in Montgomery, Alabama.
Do you have other members of your family? You have other children, grandchildren?
Yes, we have 2 boys and 5 grandchildren.
What are their names?
They're Mike Sims and his wife Gail. And he has a son named Jeff. Has a daughter named Cindy and Jennifer. And I'll let Betty tell her.
Danny, you forget Danny.
And Danny, other son, Stevie's lost child.
You wait till we tell him that you forgot.
Well, please don't, because it might upset him. They have 2 children, a little boy named Dan, and a little girl named Lucy.
Do they live near you people?
Montgomery also.
In Montgomery? Is this in the city or is this in the suburb?
They live in the city.
Right, okay.
They live in Highland Gardens area. And Mike and Gail live out in the house near AUE.
All right, do you know your dad's full name?
Clarence Eugene.
Okay, that's right.
He died.
Yeah,
He died in 1976.
yeah,
And my mother was Dorothy Scarborough.
yeah.
And she died in 1953.
Your daddy was known as Jeannie as long as I can remember.
That's right.
Over 55 years that I know.
That's right.
And Betty, that's you. And
Okay, this is my husband, Tom Snowden, and we've been married for 2 years. Now together between us we have 3 kids.
Okay.
I have Michael, who is 20, and Vicky, who is 17, and we have Sherilyn, who is 9. They all live with us. We've got a house full.
and I'm sure you have a lot of fun with
Yeah.
all the coming and going.
Coming and going.
Yeah.
You have to direct traffic in,
Yeah,
in the
right.
driveway.
And in the bathrooms and
Yeah.
what have you. And the hair dryers you
Michael's
got.
getting married in September, so that'll be one. Then we'll get the big den. Then when he moves out of his bedroom, we turn it into a den.
It's good to have this information. Good to see you folks, and good to be with you today. Thank you a lot.
Okay.
Hey, do I need to zoom it all the way from here?
Hey, can you get everybody in?
Are we in?
Wait a minute, Susan wants.
Who else do you need?
Susan wants the picture. Tell Susan. Are we on air? My name is Guy Birchfield, and this is my wife, Ruth Birchfield. My daughter, Julianne, Jackie Birchfield House, her husband Charles. Her oldest daughter, Monica, Monica's fiance, Chris Minor, my grandson, Charles Michael House Jr., and Linda's granddaughter, Mackenzie House. Our daddy was Rooster Birchfield. My granddaddy was Will Birchfield. This is Ruth Watley Birchfield. It's my wife of 49 years.
Susan, you got a picture, Susan?
Very good.
Nathan, if you will, give us your name and introduce your family.
My name is Nathan Glennon Birchfield. What do you want to address?
No, just introduce the people that you have with you
To
today.
my left is my spouse, Jacqueline Kelly Birchfield, and to her immediate left is Deborah Donis, and to her immediate left is Tamara Donis, and my immediate right is Dixie Donis, and to her right is Dory Donis, and last but not least is Kendi Donis in the middle.
All right. Who is the Donises?
Oh, that.
Deborah Birchfield on it.
This is Deborah Birchfield Adonis.
Oh, it's your daughter.
Right, Thompson, I'm building the dad.
All right. And your daddy was Brewster Birchfield.
I believe that is correct.
All right. Thank you a lot here.
All right,
We done?
are we done?
Introduce your name and tell us how you connected with the Birchfield family.
I'm Jimmy Short. I was Letty Napper's daughter. And this is my son, Roger Short. And this is our granddaughter, Rachel Short.
All right. And your mother was
Letty
Letty,
Birchfield Napper.
all right, who was a daughter of Will and Elizabeth Birchfield, right? All right. It's good to see you folks. Glad you're here. Thank you.
That's it.
That's it. Will introduce your family to us.
Did he introduce us to?
I have.
Yep.
Yeah.
Tell him who I am.
Let's see. I'm Ed Chastain. This is my son Don. And his wife Margaret. Now what else do I have?
All right. You were the daughter of Will and Elizabeth
Oh, I was the
Birchfield.
daughter of Will and Elizabeth.
And if you will give me your name and your how you connected with the family and introduce who you have with you.
My name is Joanne Vaughn, and I'm Matt and Mildred Birchfield's daughter. This is my husband, Carl Devon.
Hello.
And we'll be married 25 years this summer. We've got one daughter, and her name is Renee, and she's not here today.
Do you have
she
any
got married about a month ago. Her name is Renee Coder now.
Ah. And your granddaddy was Will Birchfield.
That's right.
All right. Thank you a lot here. That I'm recording now is from a still photo that we made at the reunion. Byron and Merrill's family. This also is a still photo taken at the reunion. I think I have a photo of each family. This is Addie's family, LD. This is John Ray's family. This is my family. Guy and Ruth and Michael and Mackenzie and Chris and Monica, Charles and Jacqueline. This is Susan Lackey, Frank's daughter. This is Leroy, Susan's brother, Frank's son. It's his wife Nancy, son Shannon, and I don't remember the little girl's name. This is Minnie's daughter Gail, her husband, and her other daughter Vicky, and Vicky's daughter and husband. This is Willie Kate and her two daughters and her grandchildren. Sarah Snow, Wilbur, and her son and his wife and child, two children. Paul Birchfield's family. I'm sure I know some of them's name, but I don't know many of them.
That's wrong. Okay. Set the clock and the alarm went off and
Mary Ethel Coolidge and Betty and her husband. This is Eloise and Bill and Virginia. This is all the snapshots that I have. I did not get ever one. I thought maybe that I had it in my... Now, a little wagon that my granddaddy Nathan Birchfield made. I was going to submit it for a patent because he had redesigned the brake system. This wagon is 6 inches wide, the bodies are 4 inches deep, and the bed is about 18 inches long. Braking system is quite a little bit different than on a conventional wagon. He didn't put any wheels on it, he just made the frame to show the braking system. I have a picture of our granddaddy Nathan Birchfield, my great-granddaddy. He has 4 brothers, and this is a picture of him and his 3 brothers. William on the left, Grandpa Nath, Lewis, and William on the end. I've got the ones on the end backwards. It's Grandpa is the second one, William is the first one, Grandpa's the second one, Lewis is the third one. Let's slide them back, get them right. William is the first one, Grandpa is the next, Grandpa Nathan, Lewis, and Henry. Also, I have a picture of our Grandpa William Birchfield and Grandma Birchfield Elizabeth. I don't remember when these pictures are made. I never did know. I don't have any information on when they were made at all.